The 23XI team has done it. Look at Michael Jordan. The NBA legend is celebrating his biggest win as a NASCAR owner. After a massive wreck took out the leaders, Reddick surged to the front on the final overtime restart. The number 45 car is in victory lane.
What a roller coaster for Michael Jordan's NASCAR team, 23XI Racing. The next, you're caught in a storm of controversy that has everyone talking. Let us break down what happened and why this story is so much more complicated than just a win or a loss. Not just for the driver and his team, but for the sport. For 23XI Racing, co-owned by NBA legend Michael Jordan and NASCAR star Denny Hamlin, this victory was a huge milestone. They entered the sport in 2021 with the goal of shaking things up, promoting diversity, and winning. This win felt like a powerful validation of their entire mission. The celebrations were epic, the media coverage was glowing, and it seemed like 23XI Racing was the feel-good story of the year. But then, the internet did what the internet does. Within days, the triumphant narrative took a sharp and disturbing turn. Photos and videos began circulating online that appeared to show inappropriate behavior by Jordan during the post-race celebrations. The images allegedly depicted Jordan in a compromising situation involving a minor. I won't go into the graphic details, but the content was serious enough to immediately spark outrage and concern across social media platforms. The backlash was swift and intense. Fans, journalists, and the general public were demanding answers. How could this happen? And what was the team going to do about it? The conversation quickly shifted from the thrill of the race to serious questions about safety, professionalism, and accountability within the sport. Now let's talk about the pros and cons here, if you can even call them that. On one hand, the pro was the initial victory. Winning the Daytona 500 is the pinnacle of American stock car racing. It brings prestige, prize money, and massive sponsor exposure. For a relatively new team like 23XI Racing, this win was a golden ticket, cementing their status as serious contenders and proving their business model could succeed. It was a moment of pure triumph that put them on the map in a huge way. But the cons? Well, they are heavy. The allegations completely overshadowed this incredible achievement. Instead of articles celebrating the win, headlines were dominated by the scandal. This tarnished the reputation of the team, the sponsors associated with them, and even NASCAR as a whole. It raises serious questions about the culture within race teams. Are there proper protocols in place to prevent such incidents, especially in the high-energy, chaotic environment of a post-race celebration? This incident forces a difficult but necessary conversation. It highlights a potential dark side to the celebratory culture in sports. The champagne sprays, the cheering crowds, the adrenaline. It's easy for lines to get blurred, but the safety and well-being of everyone, especially minors, must be the absolute top priority. No exceptions. The fact that this happened on such a public stage serves as a stark reminder that no organization is immune to crisis. NASCAR and the team involved found themselves in a very difficult position. They have to act, and act decisively. In response to the growing outcry, both NASCAR 23XI Racing and Hendrick Motorsports acknowledge the problem, take immediate action, and promise a thorough investigation. This helps to rebuild some of the trust that was lost and shows a commitment to upholding a standard of conduct. Now, for the question that's been buzzing around online, does this situation give off Epstein vibes? It's a provocative comparison, and it's easy to see why people are making that connection. Anytime you have allegations involving a minor and people in positions of power or influence, that comparison is almost inevitable. The core of the public's concern stems from the vulnerability of the minor and the alleged abuse of a situation. However, it's important to be precise here. While any allegation involving a minor is deeply disturbing, drawing a direct parallel to the complex international criminal network of Jeffrey Epstein might be an oversimplification, based on the public information we have so far. The comparison is more of a reflection of our current cultural sensitivity and heightened awareness of such issues. It speaks to a collective fear and a demand for absolute accountability when it comes to protecting children. The Epstein vibes comment is less of a literal comparison and more of a gut reaction, a way for people to articulate the profound sense of unease and disgust that these allegations provoke. It's a shorthand for saying this is a serious abuse of power and we will not stand for it. So, what are the long-term consequences? For Jordan, the future is uncertain but likely involves serious legal and professional repercussions. For the team, the road ahead is about rebuilding their image. They need to be transparent about the findings of their investigation and demonstrate what concrete steps they are taking to ensure this never happens again. This might include new training programs, stricter policies for on-track celebrations, and clearer codes of conduct for all team members and owners. This is a defining moment for 23XI Racing and for NASCAR. They can use this crisis as an opportunity to lead the way in creating a safer and more professional environment in sports. The win itself will forever be a part of their history, but how they handle this controversy will ultimately define their legacy. Will they be remembered as the team that won the Daytona 500, or the team that fumbled the response to a serious scandal? The story is a powerful lesson. It shows that victory is fragile and reputation is everything. In the age of social media, nothing stays hidden for long, and accountability is demanded in real time. The celebration ended almost as soon as it began, replaced by a much more sober and critical public dialogue. It's a stark reminder that the biggest challenges often come not on the racetrack, but off it. As this story continues to develop, the entire sports world will be watching. Thanks for tuning in. What are your thoughts on this situation? Let's get to 500. And if you found this breakdown helpful, be sure to like this video and subscribe for more content.